Welcome to class, everyone. Grab a block. We'll start off slow and work our way into our bodies. So have the block at the top of your mat, and then we can just lie down with your head on the block like it's a pillow. You can have your knees bent, your feet as wide as the mat. You can rest your hands on your belly. Just let your eyes close, as always. Stopping before we start. Let your shoulders fall down towards the floor. Notice how heavy your head feels into the block. Take a few breaths, slowing everything down. Using the breath to bring awareness inwards now, out of your day, your normal day, and into your bodies. You can let the head swing from side to side, so you're massaging the head on the block. And if you haven't got a block, you're just massaging the head on the floor. You could use a couple of blocks, couple of books if you haven't got a block. And you can let your head just fall to one side and hold it there. And you can squeeze the opposite shoulder down into the mat. And then bringing the head back through the center. Let the head fall to the other side. And then let your opposite shoulder press down towards the floor. And bringing the head back to the center. Again, just take a few moments here, letting the neck stretch, the shoulders relax, the breath flow. We're going to take the block onto its higher edge now. Try and be so that the edge of the block is flat on the floor. And that's so that the back of the head is on the block and not the spine, not the neck. Once you find a comfortable place, wiggle your shoulders a little bit further towards your feet. You can let your hands rest down by your side. And again, if it feels nice, just let the head rock from side to side. Gently stretching the neck. There might be some little pockets of tightness that you can relax into here. And again, we'll just let the head fall to one side. And then you can squeeze the opposite shoulder down the back and down towards the mat. And then bringing the head back up. And just let it fall to the other side. Again, the opposite shoulder squeezing down towards the mat. And then swinging the head back to the center. You can just take your arms up and over your head and see how that feels. It's probably a little bit stiff. Maybe you won't get the elbows all the way down on the floor. And take a breath in. And a breath out. And bringing the hands back, we'll take the block away. And just going to let the head rest on the floor for a moment. You can swing the head from side to side. Maybe that feels a little bit different. That's for me. We're going to push the feet flat down into the mat to lift the hips up and then place the block on its lower edge underneath the sacrum. So not so much on your spine, just on the lower back there. Take a long breath in, just let the legs relax, let the hips sink into the block. Notice where the body meets the block, and then where the body meets the floor, and then there's that space in between. As you breathe out, try and relax in that space. Try and let your belly float back towards the spine. Take one more breath there. And then pushing down through both feet, you can lift the hips right back up. And take the block onto its higher edge, like you did earlier, trying to find that perfect place, not on the spine, just on the long bone, on the lower back there, and the sacrum. Just letting the legs relax. Notice where the body is on the block, and then where the body hits the mat. And again, just trying to relax and breathe a little bit of space into the spine. Take one more breath. And then pushing down through both feet, lifting the hips right back up. You can slide the block away and lower the spine down, vertebra by vertebra. And then we're going to just roll up for a moment so that you can put the block underneath your shoulder blades on its flat edge. And then lay yourself all the way back down onto the mat. You can let your head rest back into the floor. And if it feels all right, let your arms rest up and over your head as well. So finding that perfect place. So adjust and change if it feels a little bit awkward or unlevel. And then with your eyes closed, fill yourself up with the breath in, fill all that space that you created. And as you breathe out, relax, surrender into the block. Long breath in. And long breath out. Remolding the spine. Bring your feet a little bit closer together with the knees bent. And then just push down through your feet as you lift the hips up off the floor. And as the hips lift, maybe you feel a little bit more weight into the shoulders, into the block. You can let the hips move from side to side or do little figure of eights. See how that feels as you move your hips, pushing through the feet. And then lifting the hips up a little bit higher, slowly start to lower the spine back down. Notice where the tailbone hits the floor. Then you can extend your legs out straight. Push down through the heels, point your toes, and again, try and lift the hips up. Feel the weight in the upper back, so it's like remolding everything into a nice open place. If you want, you can let the hips move from side to side, doing little wiggles, just feeling the strength of your core. And then lowering the spine back down. Just before we come out here, bring the soles of the feet together and knees open. Notice how the hips feel now. Big breath in. And a long breath out. One more breath. And then we'll carefully bring the knees back up together. Just roll over onto one side to take the block away. And then let yourself relax back into the mat without any block now. You have your feet as wide as the mat. And then just windscreen wipe the legs a little bit. And then bringing the feet together, you can hug your knees into your chest now. That's going to feel quite nice. Take a long breath in. And a long breath out. Releasing the legs. Catch a hold of behind the thighs and start to roll forwards and back a little bit. Let's notice if you're feeling tight still, but try and massage the spine for now. And then make your way into your child's pose. You can cross your legs or you can take your feet to the side. Have your knees together, your feet together, and reach your arms all the way out in front. Okay, forehead down into the floor. Flipping everything the other way now. Nice, guys, good. Take a long breath in. And a long breath out. That's a nice little slow entry into your bodies. Walk the hands over to the right side. Go as far over to the right as feels good. We press down through your left hand as you breathe into the left side. And then walk the hands over to the other side. Go as far over again as feels good. Press your right hand firm down into the mat or into the floor. Good, and then bringing the hands back through center. Come up onto all fours, straight into your cat-cows, letting the belly sink. Lift the head, chest up. And then push the mat away and round into the back. And again, letting the belly sink, lift the head, chest up. Good, and then push the mat away, round into the back. Last time, letting the belly sink, lift the head, chest up. And then push away and round into the back. Letting your belly sink, draw the head, chest forwards, tuck your toes under. And then push your hips up and back into your downward facing dog. You can squeeze your heels down. How's the hamstrings and the calves, the ankles, the feet, the shoulders, the arms? Any little wiggles that you want to do here just to get into the legs a little bit more, into your back a little bit more. We'll come up high onto the toes, bring yourself forwards into your plank pose. You can drop your knees, let the elbows brush by the rib cage. Push up into a cobra up dog, and then take it up and back, downward dog. 2 more times, come up high onto the toes, roll yourself forwards into your plank pose. You keep your knees lifted if you want, elbows brushed by the rib cage. Cobra up dog. Yes, take it up and back, downward facing dog. Last time like that, coming up high onto your toes, bring yourself forwards into your plank pose, just feeling the strength there. Dropping the knees if you need to, elbows brushed by the ribcage. Cobra up dog. And then take it up and back into downward facing dog. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Interlace the hands behind your back. Draw the shoulders back and straighten your arms. And let the arms come up and over your head. Welcome to the hamstrings. Have a little bend in your knees. Inhale. And exhale. Bringing the hands back to the sacrum and then releasing them to the floor. Roll your way up. Last thing to come up is the head. Good. Take your hands up to the sky. Interlace the fingers, turn the palms faced up, and then cross your right leg behind your left leg, bending the left leg. Lean over towards the left side. Breathe into the right side. It feels nice there. Just changing sides, bringing your right foot back. Taking the left leg over towards the right side, bending into the right leg and leaning, breathing into the left side. Good, nice, bringing the left foot back, release the hands and we'll fold forwards, hinging from the hips. Inhale, take a halfway lift. And as you exhale, walk your hands back to the top of the mat. Lower the knees to the floor, Keep the toes tucked under and sit the hips back into the heels. Relax your forehead down into the mat. Good. All right, coming up onto all fours again. Letting the belly sink. Lifting the hips up and back into downward dog. Just swing the right leg up to the sky. Bend the knee and open up the hip. And we'll bring our right foot next to your left thumb. Okay, so wiggle it over there if you don't get it there in one step. Lower the left knee to the floor. Move your left foot to the right side. Push down to your right fingertips and swing your left arm up to the sky. Breathe in. As you breathe out, you can reach the left arm up and over your head and really lean into your right fingertips here. Lowering the left hand back down outside of the foot. Return the left leg and then come back onto your left knee, right toes to the face. So it's a little bit of a tightrope stretch here. Breathing in. Breathing out. Your right foot is still over on that left side. You're going to stand back onto the right leg, tucking the back toes, lifting the back knee. Just bring your left foot outside of your right leg. So your baby toes line up. Right leg is bent, left leg is straight. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Notice where you feel it, that back leg maybe getting a little bit more. Pushing down through both feet, start to roll your way up. Press your palms together, lift the arms up. And then exhale and fold, hinge from the hips. Bit wobbly there. Take a breath in, lift the head, chest up. As you exhale, take your left leg to the back of the mat and your right leg to the back. And then your vinyasa, elbows brushed by the rib cage. Cobra up dog. Take it back, downward dog. Okay, once you're there, you can swing the left leg up to the sky. Bend the knee and open up your hip. Spend a moment enjoying that stretch there. And then bring your left foot next to your right thumb. Then lower your right knee to the floor. You're kind of on a tightrope. Push down to your left fingertips. Take your right foot towards the left side. And then swing your right arm up to the sky. Push down into those left fingertips. Breathing in. And as you breathe out, can you reach the right arm up and over your head, feeling that space there? Good. And then lowering your right hand back down, returning your right foot. Good, well done. And then coming back onto the right leg, left toes to your face. So you're almost heel to knee in line here. Inhale, chest forwards. Exhale and fold over the leg. What's happening with your left hamstring here? How's that doing today? So we're going to step back onto the left leg, lifting the back knee up off the floor. Slot your right foot just outside of your left foot now, so you're crossing the legs. Your left knee is bent, your right leg is pretty straight. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale and fold, relax your head. Notice where you're feeling the stretch this time. So that right leg getting a little bit more. Pushing down through both feet, start to roll your way up. Might feel a little bit wobbly, just try and find the biggest space of your feet to relax into. Press your palms together, lift the arms up. And then exhale, fold, hinge. Releasing the hands, take that halfway lift. And as you exhale, right leg goes back and left leg goes back. Your vinyasa, elbows brushed by the rib cage. Cobra up dog. That's it, nice work. And then take it up and back into downward facing dog. Excellent, well done. Inhale. And exhale, lift the hips up high, squeeze the heels down. Again, let's take the right leg up to the sky, bend the knee, open up the hip. Bring your right foot again next to your left thumb. Lower the left knee to the floor. Move the left foot towards the right side. Push into your right hand. Swing the left arm up. Left arm up and over your head now. Pushing down through your right hand, come up to standing onto your left shin. Left hand onto the left leg. Right arm up and over your head. Breathe into that side. Coming back, right hand down. Left hand follows. Return your left foot. Come back onto the left knee and right toes to your face. Inhale. Exhale, fold over the leg. Step back onto your right leg. Lift your back knee up off the floor. Now take your left leg over towards the right side of your mat onto the edge of your foot. And then lift yourself up, arms go up to the sky. Catch hold of your left wrist with your right hand and lean and breathe over into that left side. Good, release, bring your hands back down. Swing your left foot to the back of the mat, right foot to the back of the mat, and then exhale, vinyasa. Elbows brush, rib cage. Inhale, lift up, cobra up dog. And then back downward facing dog. Once you're in your down dog, check in. What's everything feeling like? Go again. Left leg up to the sky. Bend the knee, open up that hip. And then bring your left foot next to your right thumb. Wiggle it if it doesn't get there yet. Lower your right knee to the floor. Move the right toes towards the left side. Push into your left fingertips and reach your left arm up. And then you can take your left arm up and over your head. Looking down, push your left hand to lift yourself up onto your right shin. Right hand onto the right leg. Left arm up and over your head. Breathe into this left side. All right, big circle, left hand to the floor. Right hand comes to the floor. Return your right toes. Come back onto the right leg, left toes to the face. Enjoying the hamstring there. Hopefully it's getting a little bit more spacious there. Good. Now rebending into the left leg, lifting the back knee up off the floor. Now, you're going to swing your right leg over to the left side of your mat and probably off the mat. Lifting your arms up to the sky. Catch hold of your right wrist with your left hand and then lean over towards the left side. Breathe into the right side. Good. Release, bring your hands back. And take your right foot to the back of the mat, left foot to the back of the mat. Vinyasa, go with it. Elbows brush by rib cage. Cobra up dog. And up and back, downward facing dog. Yes, inhale. And exhale. Let's keep on flowing. Right leg up to the sky. Bend the knee, open up your hip. Now bring your right foot next to your left thumb. This time, just drop the back heel 45 towards the right. Push into your right fingertips and then lift your left arm up to the sky. Push, push, push. Twist the right rib cage towards the left. Left arm can come up and over your head. Inhale. Good. As you exhale, you can look down, push your way up into your warrior two. It's a long way up. Flip the right palm, reach it forwards, take it back. Breathe into the right side there. Inhale. I hope you're all right there, Karen. And exhale. Big circle, right hand comes to the floor. Big circle, left hand comes to the floor. Pick your back heel up and then work on straightening your right leg, right toes towards your face. Inhale. You can push down to your left fingertips, take your right arm up to the side and then twist towards the sky. Good, lowering the right hand down, swing your right leg to the back of the mat, into your plank pose, skip vinyasa if you want to, meet me in down dog, otherwise, go with your flow. Downward dog is where we meet. Breath in, breath out. Left leg swings to the sky, bend the knee, open up the hip. Left foot inside right thumb. Then lower the back heel, 45 towards the left. Push into your left fingertips. Swing your right arm up to the sky. You can take your right arm up and over your head. Feel that extension from the fingertips all the way to your right foot. That's a long way up, so looking down, make your way up into your warrior two. It's a long way up. Breathe in. As you breathe out, flip the front palm, reach it forwards, take it back, breathe into this left side. And then big circle, left hand comes down. Big circle, right hand comes down. Just pick your back heel up. We are on a bit of a tightrope. Sliding the left leg straight if you can. Toes up towards your face. You might have a little micro bend. The block might be handy to use. You could raise the floor by putting your hand on the block. Push down to your right fingertips and then twist left arm to the side, to the sky. Inhale. And exhale. Yes, it's definitely, you can put your hands on a block here. You can come up a little bit higher. Do what feels nice. Left hand back down, left foot to the back of the mat. Vinyasa or not, you choose. Elbows brush by the rib cage. Cobra up dog. Up and back, downward facing dog. Long breath in. And long breath out. Just for a moment, lower your knees to the floor. Come into a puppy pose. Take your hands to the corners of the mat. Lower your chest down, your chin down. Just giving your body a little bit of time here. This could just be a child's pose if you're really needing a break. Otherwise, just trying to reshape the spine. I love that thought. Correcting all the damage we do throughout the day. And then slowly walking your way back. So your hands come back underneath your shoulders. And then you can push away from the floor and round into the back, chin to chest. Yep. All right, coming back to neutral. Sit onto your heels a minute. Take your hands behind your back. Interlace the fingers. Draw the shoulders back. And then press the hands down. Take a big breath in. Give your wrists a little bit of a break. And a long breath out, squeezing the shoulder blades towards each other. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit more spacious. Let your right ear fall to the right shoulder. And let your left ear fall towards the left shoulder. Bring the head back to center. Release the hands. Give the shoulders a little shake. Well done, guys. One more flow. Let's go. Back into all fours. Belly sinks, chest lifts up. Tuck your toes. And then lift up into your downward facing dog. Good. Swing the right leg up to the sky. Bend the knee, open up your hip. Now bring your right foot inside your right thumb. Come up into a high lunge. Lift the arms up. So catch hold of your left wrist with your right hand. Swing your left leg over to the right side. We've been here before. And we'll lean and breathe into this left side. Bringing your body back to center. Take the left leg all the way back to the back of the mat. And then ground the back heel and open up into your warrior two. Yeah, good. Flip the front palm, reach it forward, take it back and breathe into the right side. And then straighten your right leg and reach the right fingers even further. Good. Come into your triangle pose, right hand onto the shin, left arm up to the sky. You can have a little bend in that right leg if you like. Left arm can come up and over your head. Want a little bit more strength here, reach your right fingers towards the left side. Looking down, bend the front knee, come back into your warrior two. Yeah, right hand comes to the floor. Big circle with the left hand. Lower the left knee down. Come back onto your left knee, right toes to the face. Inhale, chest forwards. Exhale, fold over the leg. Inhale, lifting the head, chest up. Bring your hands into fists and tuck your back toes. And we just lift the back knee up off the floor. See how that feels today. Squeeze your right hip back. If you want to go a little bit deeper, you can slide that leg, right leg out. Try not to open up the hips. Breathing in. Just wherever you're at is good. Yeah? Breathing out. Good. Push down through your fists. Bring your right leg back. Try and leave your mat where it is. And come into your downward facing dog. Release the hands and wiggle the hips. How does that feel? Yowzers, waking up that right leg a little bit. So we'll swing the left leg up to the sky. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Bring your left foot now inside your left thumb. Coming into that high lunge, lift your arms up. So catch hold of your right wrist with your left hand. Swing your right leg over towards the left side. Lean and breathe into the right side. Such a nice way to get into this right side. A little bit of balance now, bringing your body back. You can release your hands, have them up to the sky, and then swing your right leg all the way to the back of the mat. Ground the back heel and open up into your warrior two. You might need a little adjustment of that front foot. Flipping the front palm, reach it forwards, take it back, breathe into the left side. And then straightening your left leg, reach even further. Bring your left arm up and over your head, come into your version of triangle. Do you want your hand on your shin? That's where I want mine today. Or you can have the hand outside of the left thumb. If you want a little bit more strength here, send your left fingers towards the right side. Looking down, bend your front knee, come back into your warrior two. And then left hand to the floor. Right hand to the floor. Return the right knee to the floor. Release the right toes and then come back onto the right leg, left toes to the face. Breathe in. Breathe out, fold over the legs. You're welcome to stay here or come onto your fists. Then just tuck your back toes, lift the back knee up off the floor. This is enough. Or slide your left leg forwards. See if you can get a little bit lower today. But it is the morning time, so it might not happen for you. And if you're doing this in the evening time, maybe it will work. One more breath. Breathing into all your sensations. Good, then push down through the fists, and then you can tuck your back toes, lift the back knee, and try and slide your left leg to the back of the mat. Good, hopefully both legs awake. Good. Wiggle the hips. Squeeze the heels down, lift the hips up. Coming back into that puppy pose one more time. Lower the knees down. Undo the feet, hands to the corners of the mat. Chest down, chin down. Taking one more breath there. Enjoying the curve of the spine. Well done. Walking the hands back towards your knees and then sit back into a child's pose. You can have your knees together, feet together. Just relax tummy, chest, head over the legs. Try and relax your hips. Breath in. Breath out. Cool. Walk your hands back towards your knees. Have your palms flat on the floor, so your fingers are behind your knees. Cat cows here, palms flat. Inhale, draw the head, chest forwards, arching your lower back if you can. And then as you exhale, push away from the mat, chin to chest. Maybe you can lift your knees up towards your chest. Lowering the knees back down, draw the head, chest forwards, arching the back. As you exhale, pushing down through the mat and squeezing the knees up. Last time like that, lowering the shins down, drawing the head, chest forwards. Seeing if you can push away from the floor. Keep the toes on the floor now, but lift the knees up higher. Keep the bum nice and low. Hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you can lower yourself all the way back down. Hands onto the thighs, draw the shoulders back, little circles, take them the other way. So you can do that same action to bring your feet forwards or just roll to the side and take your legs around. So as you exhale, push away, round into the back, lift your knees up, slide your feet through to come to seated. Or just take your legs to the side. Easy peasy. Push down through your fingertips, lift up nice and tall, and then exhale, fold over the legs. Now, there's still a little bit of work to be done here. Take a breath in, draw the head, chest forwards. As you breathe out, fold over your legs. Taking one more breath. Slowly roll your way up. Last thing to come up is the head. Okay, I'm going to bend the knees and bring your feet flat onto the floor. Come to the edge of your mat a little bit more, top edge of the mat. Press the block in between your legs. Yeah, so grab your block. If you haven't got a block, just put a pair of socks there. Keep pushing the knees into the block to lift your chest up. Reach the hands forwards and then keep squeezing the block as you lower the spine down vertebra by vertebra. So keep squeezing the block as you bring both knees into the chest. And then lower both feet down onto the floor at the same time. And then lift both hips up to the sky. So squeezing the block here. Lowering the spine down vertebra by vertebra. Squeeze the block as you bring the knees into the chest. Maybe you can try and lift the hips up. Lowering the hips back down. Planting the feet on the floor. Squeezing the knees into the block to lift the hips up. Lowering the spine down. Bringing the knees in. Squeezing the block in. Maybe the hips lift. Lowering the hips back down. Press the feet onto the floor. And then lifting the hips up. Lowering the spine back down. Bring the knees into the chest and now take the block in between your ankles. Inner thighs should be working, maybe even moaning a little bit. You can have your palms flat on the floor as you lower the legs down, squeezing the block. You only want to go so far without your back coming up off the floor. Lifting the legs right back up. Take your hands to the block, catch hold of the block. Let your arms and the hands come above your head and the legs go down. Taking the legs back up, the hands go up, take the block in between the legs. Legs lower down, arms go up and over your head. You can always use the hands on the mat if you need to. Lifting the legs back up, catch hold of the block, taking the hands behind your head and the legs down. Last time, block goes to the feet, catch hold of the block, arms go up and over your head, squeeze the belly back. Lifting the legs back up, catch hold of the block, last one, lower the legs down, arms up and over your head. Now, let the legs rest on the floor. Keep your palms around your block. Squeeze your ears with your arms and squeeze the block. Try and press your belly back into the mat. Point your toes. Big breath in. As you breathe out, try and press your hands into the block and squeeze your shoulder blades down the back. Awesome, guys. And then release, let everything soften, relax. Good. You're going to bend your knees, bring your feet flat. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, lifting the hips up to the sky. Now you can stay here in bridge pose, or this is your opportunity to come into your wheel. Palms flat, fingers towards the shoulders. Keep pushing down through the hands and make your way into the wheel. And it is the morning time even at this time, so be careful, be mindful. If it is the evening time, then you might be able to go a little bit further. Chin to chest, start to lower yourself down. Good, knees touch, feet as wide as mat, windscreen wiper the legs. There's such a massive difference between the morning practice and the evening practice, so it's good to be aware of that. It's not that you're going to be missing out on any flexibility by practicing in the morning, because if you do practice in the morning a lot like I do, there's still all that flexibility there when I practice in the evening. So the more I can get into the more extreme poses in the evening, even though I'm only practicing in the mornings mostly. I wouldn't expect a scorpion of myself in an early morning class, but I would be able to do that in the evening or further on in the day anyway. So if you only get a chance to practice in the morning, you'll be surprised how much more flexible you are in the evening. All right, then bringing your knees into your chest, just wrap your arms over the tops of the shins. And that's not that you're losing flexibility by practicing in the morning. You're gaining, I think. Take a plow pose, hands flat down onto the mat. You can also take happy baby. Legs go up and over your head, toes touching the floor or they're hovering. If you're in happy baby, holding onto the outer edges of the feet. Wherever you are, just breathing, taking some time. Whenever you want to come out of that, palms flat onto the floor, and then slowly lower the spine down. From there, you can hug your knees into your chest and we'll just let both knees fall to the right side. You can look up to the sky, breath in, and a breath out, just trying to relax into the spaces that you've created. And then bring the knees back into the chest and we'll let them fall to the other side. Taking a breath in and a breath out. And then bringing the knees back into your chest. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees open. Push your feet together. Arms can go over your head and lift your hips up. And then you can sway from side to side. Any movements here that feel nice for you. And then slowly lower the spine down. Knees open. Let the hips open. Let everything relax. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Any little movements that you want to do, side to side. Take one more breath here. Lovely, guys, and then you can just bring your knees up together. Catch hold of your block. So of the three places of where we had the block at the beginning, which one did you like the most? So behind the head, behind the shoulder blades, or underneath the sacrum? I'm going to put my block underneath the sacrum, just on its low edge, and then bring the soles of the feet together and the knees open. So where would you like to have your block? Wherever it goes, just let your eyes close and let your face relax. If you've got the block underneath the head, then you could take the legs out to the corners of the mat. Even if you've got the block underneath the sacrum, you could also have those legs out straight. See what suits you in this moment. It's like closing the practice before you transition through your day. So eyes closed, face relaxed, jaw relaxed, taking some deep breaths here. And maybe like the way that you have practiced today, the way that you've been, got up and got on your mat, the way that you moved through tightness in your body to find a little bit of space patiently. Maybe you can apply that throughout your day today. So any little moments of challenge or stress, you can just take a step back and breathe. Go slowly. Listen to your body. Bring everything into perspective whenever it's needed. If you want to take the block away and then just lay down for a moment in Shavasana, you can. But if you're happy there for a few more moments, then you can stay there. Finding a little bit of comfort in your body. A little bit of comfort and a lot of gratitude. Gratitude for everything that you're able to do. You're welcome to continue your Shavasana. It's nice if you can get a good 5-minute Shavasana in. If you need to get moving, then you can start to breathe a little bit deeper. You can move your fingers, move your toes. Breath in as you reach your arms up and over your head, a full body stretch. Welcome to your bodies. And then roll over to the right hand side into that fetal shape. Coming up to seated, sitting however's comfortable for you. Bring your palms together, thumbs into your chest bone. So in gratitude to you guys for being there with me today. Thank you so much for always being there. Take a breath in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Namaste, have a beautiful rest of your day. As always, let me know if there is anything I can do. Hopefully catch you soon at some point. Have a lovely day, guys.